Going into season 5 of the albums I've missed, I thought it might be worth looking back over the past 4 years of music and highlighting a few things that have emerged. In 2020, as we were all staying home and live music had pretty much entirely dried up, I decided I should find some kind of a way to keep myself plugged into music. So I decided to use my extra time to finally listen to all those albums I really should know already. I mean, we've all got that list, don't we? Those of us who think a lot about music, for sure. We all have blind spots in our knowledge. We all see the lists that show up on Rolling Stone or Mojo or Pitchfork or whatever and run across unfamiliar titles and wonder what we're missing out on, right? Well, I do anyway. But I also know I'm really good at putting stuff off. I could easily see myself taking an afternoon to make a list and then not doing anything with it. But then I had an idea. The trick would be accountability. By announcing to the world that I would be listening to specific music week after week, it would hold me accountable. No backing out. Well, that and the investment in original graphics and video editing software, that helped. And thus, my series, The Albums I Have Missed, was born. But you know, there are so many folks out there doing reaction videos. I didn't want to be just another guy lost in a sea of heads with headphones on, giving shocked looks into a camera whenever the beat drops, know what I mean? Hey, it's me, Vavo the Jazz Guy, with another reaction video. And this week we're looking at the 1971 release from Miles Davis, Live Evil. We're going to get right into it, but before I get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and of course, ring that notification bell. So here we go with some Miles Davis. Ugh. Dude, if I ever go down that road, promise you'll smack me. But beyond just the performative nature of most reaction videos out there, I kind of think they don't tell me anything useful. I know that for me, my opinion of music can change over time. An album that I might not have liked or even understood on the first listen can grow to be much loved as I invest more time and attention. So what I decided was, for each album, I would listen to the album and only the album, no other music, multiple times a day for a week, and only then give my final thoughts. Meaning that by the time I sat down to make the video, I knew the music very well. That seemed more fair and more real to me than a simple first spin reaction. Hey, don't tell anyone, but here's the low-key real reason I started this project. It's the music I get to record for each episode. The series gives me an excuse to be in my studio composing and recording music every week, and that's turned out to be a great habit to build. So for those of you that might have missed my early episodes, here are a few highlights from Season 1. Of all the albums I looked at for Season 1, my favorite has got to be the one I looked at for Episode 11, Scraps by NRBQ. What a surprise and delight those guys turned out to be. Complete monster musicians with a real sense of joy to their tunes. This is one I still spin on the regular. Down on the Upside might be a close second. It certainly has the most impressive single performances of anything I listened to for Season 1. But Scraps still has that low E on the clav, and hearing it just fills me with glee every time. Love that. In terms of total number of views, Episode 1, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, has the highest count. But that might just be because it's Episode 1, know what I mean? Just the result of people saying, oh, I wonder what this is all about. Well, let's start at the top, which is understandable, but also kind of a shame. Not because I don't stand behind my thoughts from that episode, but mainly because since then, my skill at making the videos has improved a lot. But if we put aside Episode 1 as an outlier, then the next highest number of views is Scraps by NRBQ, then Pretzel Logic by Steely Dan, and then Episode 8, Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. And I'm good with that. I feel that among those three, you can get a good sense of who I am, what my relationship with music is like, and certainly what my sense of humor is like. Of all the music I recorded for Season 1, I think the one I'm proudest of is my hard bop arrangement of Even Flow by Pearl Jam for Episode 12. I was able to get a couple friends to help with this one. Eric Sanders on drums and Vinny D'Agostino on flute. And I'm super happy with both their performances. But you want to know something funny? Of everything I've ever posted to SoundCloud, the track with the most downloads by a lot is my Weird Al / Spike Jonze arrangement of Buddy Holly by Weezer I recorded for episode 23. And in case you were wondering why I decided to turn Lady Godiva's Operation from White Light, White Heat by the Velvet Underground into a torch song, well, it was specifically because of this quote from Lou Reed. 1 chord is fine, 2 chords are pushing it, 3 chords, and you're into jazz. So I decided to take his 2-chord song and give it a bunch more chords. Leading chords, passing chords, chords with numbers even. That'll show him. I was super proud of the buzzer counter and the eventual joke payoff that I used in episode 15, Doolittles by the Pixies. Dang it! Episode 20, Pretzel Logic by Steely Dan, has my first real attempt at having a conversation with myself. And how'd that work out for you? Mixed at best. And one funny story about the making of episode 18, Every Picture Tells a Story by Rod Stewart. Until the day I started recording, I didn't really know what I was going to do to approach the music. So I didn't really have an opportunity to warn anyone about what I was about to do. So when I got the brainstorm to do a punk version of Maggie May, I decided to take my SM7B here off the cloud lifter, stand back about a foot, and pretty much scream the vocals to get the kind of sound I thought might work best. Well, according to Emily, this resulted in me scaring the hell out of her and all 3 cats, who sprinted in different directions as soon as I started singing. Sorry, guys. So that's some Season 1 highlights for you. The video quality in those early episodes is much rougher for sure. I didn't have a standalone camera, ambient lights, Premiere Pro, bunch of stuff that has made these videos a ton better. But some of my rawest and most personal stories came from that season, and I think there's a lot that I'm still kind of proud of in there. Anyway, more soon.